Hey there, it's me Lauren with Bold Notion Quilting, and I wanted to take a minute to show you a little bit of what you can do with one of the new Border Buddy rulers that are out. So this one is a Border Buddy Retro Block ruler, and it's got rounded cornered squares to give you kind of a retro looking square block. They come in 1 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch sizes so that they work well in borders and in sashing. So you've got your 1, your 2, and your 3. They all come with markings in the middle on the 90 and the 45s, right? And then there's also dividing lines in there as well so that you can do various other different designs with the ruler as you get more into doing your ruler work. There are 1 inch markings on all the way around on every side of the ruler, and then markings on the 45 here with 1/4 inch 3 1/4 inch sashing, so you can do 1/2, 3/4, and 1 inch variations as you're using the ruler if you want to use that to make some various on-point designs. So what I wanted to show you was how to do an on-point curved block. So first, my sashing is too wide, and so I need to make it a little bit smaller. This is a 2 inch sashing. But my 1 inch block on point only gives me 1.5 inches. So I have to take 1/2 inch out of the equation to use this ruler. And that's important to know because that's something that you may need to do with other rulers and designs as you go. You can take 1/2 inch out of the equation by doing a 1/4 inch kind of echo to the inside, which honestly is usually very nice when you're doing ruler work to kind of separate it from other things. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do, so we have a 1.5 inch wide sashing. We're going to mark the middle of our sashing. We're going to open up our Retro Block ruler. Okay, we're going to close it up. I like for it to just be 2 pieces. That makes it easy, and you don't have to worry about these pieces shifting in and out. For instance, with some other rulers that have pieces as you use them, right, if we put them up, as you're quilting in them, they actually shift and move back and forth, and that was something that I was hoping to avoid with this design. Okay, so we're on point, and our needle's right at the edge of where we want to be. Okay, so make sure that you line up your 45-degree marking lines in the corners of those squares, and it's important to have those marking lines where they need to be because it's very hard to line up a rounded corner. Okay, and then we're going to go around. Okay. Then it's just like doing pebbles in a circle. You have to go around one side twice. And actually, we wanted to stop at our let's say halfway. We're going to stop at our halfway marking because, like I said, all of these blocks are marked halfway, and then you line up your 45s. Go back to the halfway point, stop. I'm so used to just putting like a square ruler or a circle ruler right up next to my needle. Line it up. And I like that the design doesn't like fully sit on the edge of my corners, but you certainly, on the edge of my 1/4 inch marking line, but you certainly could do something with it if you wanted to. Now let's say you wanted to fill this design. If you wanted to fill it, I would go in and fill it now. Right? So you don't have to kind of find your way in there later. I keep wanting to put the corner right on my needle. And of course this is the small one because this is just a tiny little 1.5 inch on point, 1 inch block on point. And so you could do a lot different designs in the bigger blocks. Oh no. Don't talk and quilt at the same time. Or on the flip side of that, you could go in and fill the blocks instead of the overlaps. Right, so let's pebble this sucker. Make sure when you get up next to the overlap, your pebbles get real small so that you can highlight it. And if you want them to really fill the space, you could go around your circles a couple of times to make it real dark, and that would really highlight that overlap in that area. And then of course, and that's, you know, if you wanted to overlap it, you probably would have to do all your overlaps first. Now these rulers only go back in and lock back in one direction, so it's not confusing to use. Okay, and let's just do corner to corner. Stop on your corner, and this is what I'm used to doing, so it's a little interesting trying to get my brain to stop at the corner. And that could be really fun to then go in and fill on either side of that. So I just want to take a minute to show you some fun things that you can do with the new rulers that are out. And we have more videos to come. If you haven't already, you can see more Border Buddy videos in the Border Buddy playlist on YouTube, or you can visit boldnotionquilting.com in the Border Buddy Extravaganza free class that shows you how to utilize your rulers. And again, there will be more videos to come, so always keep a lookout for more Border Buddy tutorials. So let's check that out. Okay, and you can kind of see some different designs that you can create with the square on point. But I thought that'd be a lot of fun to show you. So I hope you have checked out boldnotionquilting.com for all the new rulers that have come out recently, the Border Buddies and the challenge coins. And there's a lot of new stuff coming out to you guys soon. I hope this video helps you. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and a share. Take care and have a wonderful day. Happy quilting!